What's up, guys? Today we got a real short experiment. I know last week we kind of took a little bit of a break, but I got a really cool and fun and an experiment that I think all of your parents have done, maybe your older brothers and sisters, and I think it's really fun and really easy. But before we start that, I just want to start off by saying what a great job everybody's done. I know this distance learning hasn't been the easiest, and I know it hasn't always been the most fun. You kind of when you gotta do a lot of stuff on your own, and I know on your parents it's been extremely hard. So I just want to say thank you for doing such an awesome job and helping me out and helping everybody at Mater Day out. It's been super great, and we obviously really appreciate it. And frankly, you guys have just done great with it. I love all of your photos, all of your videos, everything. So great. It's really cool for me to see, and I'm really thankful that all of you guys have reached out to me and been such great guys. So thank you. That's a big thank you for me, and obviously it's been tough. So great job. So for today, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be making a baking soda and vinegar volcano. Now it's pretty easy. It's pretty simple and straightforward. But there are a couple ingredients that we'll need. First thing we're going to need is our towel. I got a cool whale one, which I borrowed. It was in the back of my car, and that's what we're going to be using, and I think it's probably the coolest towel I have. So this is our towel. And remember, this one you don't necessarily need a parent, but always have a parent around, and make sure you try to do these things outside, especially this one, because it's such a, it's kind of a messy one. And sometimes if you add too much of one ingredient, you can get a big explosion, which might be what you want. On the other hand, if you're inside, might not be what you want, right? Next thing we're going to need, we need a plastic cup. I've got a cool Episcopal cup. It's kind of messed up now, but I went to Episcopal High School, and I got this cool cup. That's the other side isn't even no paint on that side, but we got our cool plastic cup. We're gonna need some water. I just reused an old water bottle, filled it up. We're gonna need baking soda, Arm & Hammer brand. I don't know if there's any other brand of baking soda, maybe a Stereotype or a generic brand, excuse me. So there you go, Arm & Hammer baking soda, some dish soap, and then last but not least, vinegar. I've got distilled white vinegar right here, all right? Oh, and we also need a tablespoon. You can see right there, tablespoon, 1 tablespoon, and then 1 teaspoon. And as a little bit of an extra perk, you can put food coloring within the base ingredients, which I thought was a fun twist. Today, I'm just going to go without it. But if you want, you can add food coloring depending on how big of an eruption that you want. Today, I'm just going to go simple and easy, right? So our first step is we're going to take our water, right? And we're going to fill our cup about 3/4 of the way full. So about 3/4 of the way full. Maybe even a little less than that. Maybe like, yeah, I think 3/4 is the way to go. After we do that, we're going to take our baking soda. I'm finally opening here. We take our baking soda, open it up. Obviously, if you don't have any of these ingredients, or maybe your mom, dad, grandma, grandpa doesn't want to waste it, okay, then you should watch this video. Don't worry about it. So we open up our baking soda. Now what we need is 3 to 4 tablespoons of baking soda. So I'm using my big tablespoon. I'm cutting it off. We have 1. 2. 3. 4. Now I'm gonna live a little dangerously here. I'm gonna throw a 5th tablespoon in there. I think a little extra won't do any harm. I think it'll do more good than bad. So we have 5 tablespoons of baking soda in there right now. Now we need to take our dish soap. Right here we got Method dish soap, clementine, should do. And we're going to take our teaspoon, fill up our teaspoon all the way. There we go. Almost there. Perfect. We're going to pour that in there. All right, let's make sure we get all of it out. Let's not waste any. It's looking good. After that, we have our vinegar, right? It's our last ingredient. But we're going to hold on to it for right now. The next thing you're going to do, you're going to take one of your spoons. I'm going to use a tablespoon because it's a little bigger. We're going to kind of mix up these base ingredients. If you want, this is the time that you throw the food coloring in there. Because that will just change the color of your eruption. I think it'll make it a little bit cooler. We have plenty of baking soda in here. We're just going to stir it up a little bit. Now remember, do this outside. If you're going to do it inside, put a towel down. Definitely if you're inside, have a parent with you. Because it could be a big explosion, could be a small one, depending on how much ingredients you use. But I'd recommend doing it outside. Now, for our last bit, before we make our explosion, I don't have a measuring cup with me right now, but I'm just going to kind of eyeball it with this vinegar. You're going to need about 1 cup of vinegar per eruption. If you want to do more than one, you can reuse these same ingredients. You just have to add a little bit more, and so on and so forth. But you need 1 cup of vinegar. I am going to guess. I'm just going to eyeball it, and it should be all right. But remember, so the reason that we're doing this is to kind of explore what happens when there's a chemical reaction. So what happens is this vinegar mixes with the baking soda and creates a molecule called carbon dioxide. Now, when this carbon dioxide is formed, I know that in the first segment, both classes, we talked about how when you heat certain atoms up and certain molecules up, they start moving around really fast, right? It's the same concept. So once this carbon dioxide is formed within this reaction, it starts moving around really fast and wants to escape out of the cup, right? So basically, all this carbon dioxide is forming and launching out of the cup. Now, if you use a bottle similar to this, you might get more of an explosion because it's kind of channeled in, right? But I'm using a cup just so we can just get an overall basis and a good demonstration of what's going to happen. But basically, all that's happening is carbon dioxide is forming and it's trying to escape out of the cup. All right? And here comes the magic here. We got our vinegar. We're going to open her up. This is a new one. We're going to take it. Now we have all our ingredients mixed. Vinegar kind of smells bad, so be ready for that. Be ready to smell. It's kind of stinky. Doesn't really smell too good. So we're going to make sure it's nice and mixed up here. I'm thinking we're good. Now I'm going to kind of eyeball it, and we'll see what happens. Oh, man. So our explosion and our eruption did happen. Now, here's what I recommend now. You can see there's all this foam. This is all carbon dioxide right here. So maybe if I stir it up a little, maybe create a little extra. No, that's about it. That's as quick as it is. So what I would recommend when you do this is you don't have to use a cup like I did. I would use a bottle. That way your explosion is channeled out of the top and you get like a really cool eruption out of the top, right? So that was pretty cool. That worked out really well. Now that's an experiment probably your parents have done, your grandparents have done, everybody's done. It's a really, really simple and really, really fun one. But all it is carbon dioxide escaping from that reaction. Just to finish the video off, obviously be safe. It's crazy times out there. Let's try not to get sick. Obviously wash your hands as much as possible. And as I say, usually be a really, really good guy, right, this summer and help your parents out with everything. They're obviously going through a hard time. I know you guys can't see all your friends, but you know it's a tough time for them too. So help your mom, help your dad, be as good of a guy as possible, right? This will obviously end at some point, so let's be sure to keep praying and make sure you don't get sick by staying as safe as you can. All right. I miss you all. Have a great, great, great summer. Have as much fun as you can. Miss you. Love you. Bye.